Yo,
What up, what up, what up, what up? It is the late edition of Square One. And instead of the four of us, and then it was only two. Me and
yes,
Anzo.
sir.
What's going on with you?
Original crew.
The
That's how we
original.
started, right?
That's right.
That's all right. I'm good, man. How you doing? What up, G Major? Yeah,
What's
that's
up?
right. He do have to change that because now he has on a Redskins shirt. It's not Redskins anymore.
Who? Oh,
Hmm?
well, I'm not changing it. It's not being changed.
But they're the Commanders now, the Cobra
John
Commanders.
Riggins was a Redskin. He is my favorite Redskin running back of all time. So until he die, I'm not changing it. So
Yeah, but I don't think he's meant the jersey. I just think he meant the name, right? It should be the Commodores now,
no, because
Commanders.
John Riggins didn't play for the Commanders. He played for the Redskins.
The same team, just a different
Mm-mm.
name.
No,
So, huh? No, what? Just
no.
still both in Washington, right? Did I miss
Mm-mm.
something?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So
I got you.
if you get a Ginobili or a Duncan jersey, you go and they have the San Antonio Spartans. You gonna rock that, or you gonna rock the Spurs?
Well, if they change the team name to the Spartans, I probably would. But if they don't change the name, then no, because then that's some bootleg shit that came straight from China.
No,
So I wouldn't be buying that.
no. I'm keeping the Washington Redskins. That is correct, Jamaica. That's what I'm keeping. Anyway, we got some topics here. Some interesting topics I looked up. I was oh, there's one I forgot to add. But I'll pull it up here. First, we'll go ahead and get into it. First thing I want to get into is my goodness, this Brett Favre thing
Ooh,
is
yeah.
crazy. Uh,
And that TikTok you sent, bro,
oh yeah.
that was on point.
This Brett Favre scandal is explained here in this article. Um, Basically, Brett Favre is being accused of or allegedly happened. I'm hearing there's text messages and all this kind of
Yep.
stuff to prove the allegations.
Hmm.
But it's saying Brett Favre scandal explained the ex NFL QB is accused of misusing of Mississippi state welfare funds. Favre's potential involvement in this part of the investigation into the largest corruption case in Mississippi state history. That's crazy.
Hmm. And you know what's funny though? We've
Mm-hmm.
always asked that question, Danny. We're like, yo, if the skin color was different, what would the
Mm,
penalties be?
we
You know what
will
I mean?
see.
We've always asked that question.
Yeah, we will see. A Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre is in hot water for his connection in the Mississippi welfare scandal involving a misappropriation of roughly $77 million.
That's
Favre,
crazy.
who has not been criminally charged yet, has denied knowing that the money he received from different projects was welfare money. But court filings, text messages, and tax records have shed new light on the situation. In the latest development, tax records obtained by the ESPN and the Athletic on September 28th show that Favre's charity, Favre for Hope, uh, let's see, Favre for Hope funded more than $130,000 to the University of Southern Mississippi Athletic Foundation from 2018 to 2020. The charity was originally created to help charities that provide support to the underserved and disabled children and breast cancer patients. Marcus Dupree, a heavily sought after football high school recruit in the early 80s, is another profile figure that allegedly involved in the scandal. In an interview with ESPN on September 28th, Dupree denied allegations of wrongdoing. His name has not been in the media as much as far as recently, but in March 2020, Ann Wolf from Mississippi Today published an article about how he used the Marcus Dupree Foundation to cover the mortgage of his 15-acre ranch. Damn,
Crazy.
I didn't know that.
Hmm.
The entire welfare scandal uh, is Mississippi's largest ever public corruption case. It involves money from the temporary assistance for needy families, the TANF program, a federal program that provides grant funds to states and territories to help families in need. According to the benefits government website, state administered programs may include child care assistance, job preparation, and work assistance. On September 22nd, Former executive director of Mississippi Department of scroll down, Human Services John Davis pleaded guilty for one count of conspiracy and one count of theft concerning programs receiving federal funds. The Department of Justice said Davis worked with four unnamed co-conspirators. Davis will be sentenced on February 2nd, 2023. MDHS pro- provided federal funds on two nonprofit organizations and then directed the two nonprofit organizations fraudulently award contracts to various entities and individuals for social services that were never provided. Hmm.
It's crazy, bro.
This goes back to the. I sent Anzo earlier today. I was going on TikTok and it was,
Mm-hmm.
and basically this guy said he had Brett Favre, he had Tom Brady, and he had Michael Vick. He was saying that Brett Favre was charged with this, still allowed to go into the Hall of Fame with his title over his head. Nothing was done. Tom Brady is not considered a GOAT. He did something with $1 million. I didn't get the full story on that, but I'm going to try and look that up.
So what I heard, he also I heard they say something it had to do with like building a gym in his kid's school or something like that. And bro, if he took this, if and I'm gonna say he did because I seen some of those text messages, right? And there's literally one where he says no one will question where this money came from, right? So I'm gonna say he knew where it came from, and to steal from like you know poverty people and you're a piece of shit, bro.
Yeah. I'll tell you, according to what Shannon Sharp said, I don't have information to back this up, but he's saying that Mississippi is the poorest state in the United
Yeah, that's what I
States.
heard him say too. Yeah.
I don't know if that's true. I know it's that Louisiana, um, Alabama. I've heard things about it, but I'm not sure. I'm just going to go
Hmm.
on what he's saying. But even if it's not, even if it's the richest state, if you're taking money from people that's set aside to help people that are poverty stricken, poor, can't support themselves, don't make a certain amount of money, and depending on that funding to help them survive, then that's bullshit. Especially when you worth $100 something million.
Facts.
So
Facts. The amount of money he made throughout his career, there's no reason for him to be stealing from people. And you're stealing from, like Shannon Sharp said, like one of the most like uh, poverty-stricken states in America,
mhm,
right?
yeah,
You're doing that, man, bro. Like you get no sympathy from me. And then it goes to the point where it's like, oh well, um, Michael Vick went to jail for, you know,
for
dog
dogs.
fighting.
Yeah. Then he got to pay $1 million, I think, until those dogs are dead to make
Hmm.
sure they get taken care of. And he
Right.
spent 20 something months in jail.
Yeah.
Now, if convicted, will Brett Favre spend time in jail?
Probably not.
Will he lose his standing in the Hall of Fame? I don't know. But Shannon Sharp made a good point, and even Skip had to agree with it. He said if Terrell Owens would have done all this,
Hmm.
he would have never gotten into the Hall of Fame.
Hmm. Absolutely, 100%. He'd still be waiting to get in
Hmm.
there.
So this is not a good look for the NFL. Well, I'm glad he's not an active player in the
Player.
excuse me in the
Hmm.
NFL, but he is an ambassador in the NFL. I still see his Wrangler commercials on TV. Um, he's still regarded as one of the greats,
Yep.
and this is maybe not direct, but it's some kind of tarnishment on NFL because he's a product of the NFL.
Hmm.
So I don't know how they're gonna fix that. I'm gonna keep watching this very intently.
It's going to be very interesting to find out what happens to him, right, Danny? Because, like we said, man, it's always been a double standard. Now, I get it. He's not in the NFL anymore, but, you know, he's he should get locked out of the Hall of Fame or something or anything. If not, then we know what kind of a double standard the NFL is right now.
Yeah. Now, in case some of you have watching didn't know, but about the last show he was on, somebody on the panel said that they would want this person on their team. I was like, "You sure?" He said, "Yeah, I take him." So guess what, old
Roberto, eh?
boy? Yeah, no, it wasn't Roberto.
No,
Guess
that's
what old
Roberto.
boy said.
What'd he say?
Guess what old Antonio Brown done again.
Mm-mm. He did
So
some bullshit
expose
again?
himself. Yeah, you ain't hear about it?
No, I
Exposes
didn't.
himself to a stunned guest in a hotel pool, peeing in the pool.
Wow.
And then they say it's possibly sexually assault, alleged sexually assault of the woman, assault. They say sexual. But this notorious ex-NFL bad boy could be flagged for illegal use of hands and butt. In battle, All-Pro receiver Antonio Brown was caught on video shoving his bare buttocks in the face of a stunned woman in the outdoor swimming pool at a swanky Dubai hotel, then lifting his manhood out of the water and whipping in her direction as wide-eyed vacationers watched in shock.
Oh
Video
my
footage obtained by the Post on May 13th incident of the Amani Hotel Dubai in Dubai shows Brown, 34, way too close for comfort to the woman, who initially laughed off the attention but quickly swam away to escape the controversial gridiron grate. Eyewitness Brown, whose previous off the field antics have gotten him in hot water with the league and the law, remains an NFL free agent after bizarrely quitting on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the middle of a game last season, and just met the woman and she was fuming after the encounter. So that's it. The picture right there.
What is wrong with this guy, bro? He is on some serious, like, he needs to, Stephen A says it, lay off the weed.
Yes, it is crazy. And you know what's even crazier? I
Mhm.
know Floyd Mayweather's like, thank God I did not waste my money.
Facts. Facts.
I
Because,
guarantee you he is like, oh, thank you God I didn't
bro,
make that stupid ass.
it's like this guy just can't stay out of trouble, bro. Like, he can't. No matter what, he can't stay out of trouble. He's just going to do whatever he wants to do and fuck it, right? Jesus.
Yeah. The picture's a thousand words there, buddy. There it go right there. Live and in living color. Look at
But fucking naked, bro.
it. It ain't funny, man, because if that was my wife or daughter, I'd be pissed the fuck off. Well,
Yeah, of
that's not
course.
my wife. If it was my daughter, I'd be pissed the fuck off. But man, look at that shit there. That don't make no sense. He know
At
better than that.
all.
He know
At
better than
all.
that.
Facts. Facts. But at this point, he don't care. And you know what's funny? Like, that money he has, he's not gonna have it forever. He's not gonna have it forever.
I
He's
don't think he.
unless,
I think he might be living off of some other stuff. Because
well, yeah, unless he's like good with his money, you know what I mean?
yeah, he may be. I don't see it. He doesn't seem very. He doesn't seem like an intelligent person.
At all.
He
At
does not
all.
seem intelligent to me at all. So I don't know what's going on with him, but I know steel organizations like, whew,
Mm-hmm.
thank God we got rid of this food. And see
Mm-hmm.
now, I bet you in hindsight, I bet you probably don't agree with this. I bet you they wish they would have pushed behind Le'Veon instead of pushed behind that fool.
Um, nah, 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 because Le'Veon's not in the league either, right? So,
But he ain't never got no trouble though.
huh?
All
No, he
what
never got no
all
trouble.
Le'Veon
But
was fighting for was his money.
yeah, but
I'm
obviously
gonna die
his
on that sword.
no, but obviously his skill was not enough to get
No,
him that money. Yeah, because after he left Steelers, he never done nothing with nobody, and then he
because
even
that
went to
but
a good team and they didn't play him, Kansas City, right?
but Kansas City, I think they tilted the offense around oh boy, the quarterback. They didn't tell
Yeah,
the
of
offense.
course, of course. But if you're having a good running back like that, you find a way to fit him in, right? His skills weren't as good as he thought he was.
Mm,
That's why he didn't get that money, and that's why he's not in the league now. You know what I
I
mean?
don't
Because
know,
he
man.
because think about it, Danny. He ain't get no trouble. So why wouldn't he be in the league?
Well, Kansas City might be didn't because they're more of a passing than running team. and he went to the Jets afterwards. Who the fuck gonna prosper in the Jets?
Actually,
Nobody.
he went to the. I think he went to the Jets first, and then he went to Kansas City, right?
Well, but who
But
gonna
I'm
prosper in the Jets? Nobody.
right. But I mean, if you can't prosper with freaking Mahomes, right? Even if they use
Now if
him,
your team is predominantly passing,
yeah,
yeah,
but they
Tyreek
gotta,
Hill and
yeah, but they gotta
Travis
run the
Kelce.
ball, right? He don't
They've
have to
got rid of
be
one of the best running backs, Hunt
right,
for Lion.
but they don't,
And
and they still have a good running game. You don't have to have like he doesn't have to be the focal point. He wasn't never the focal point of San Steelers offense either, right? It was always Antonio Brown from the start. So
I thought one year he see us he's like the number one running back in the NFL.
it's possible. Maybe one of those years he was, but Antonio Brown was also the number one receiver in the
Oh,
NFL too.
I'm not doubting Antonio. I just
Hmm.
thought that they had like the
Yeah,
running and
it's
passing
possible.
attack.
Yeah. I believe they did. I believe they did at that point. I believe so. But yeah, this guy's a clown. I still want him on my team.
Oh no, no,
I,
I don't want that headache. I
I,
do not want that headache,
yeah, I
bro.
don't want the headache either, but I'm just like, if he were to be able to, like, listen, man, I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna play football and shut my mouth, and
How
but
could you trust him though?
that was I was just about to say, you can't really trust him though, because he could say that shit doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna be the case, right? There's so much talent wasted. I
Yeah,
hate
that is
some of these
wasted time,
guys,
bro.
man. I hate some of these NFL guys sometimes, bro. NFL guys, these basketball players, you know what I mean? They have so much talent and they're just wasting it away doing stupid shit.
I definitely agree with you, bro, 100%. Next, we're gonna talk about Tua. I can't pronounce his name, man.
Oh, yeah.
Man, this cat, man. I hope he gets back on the mend. I saw an article today um, where he was saying that he's ready to get back and like, bro, take your time. This game's still gonna be here. You might not be here. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, there was a doctor fired today for clearing him. The NFLPA fired the doctor who cleared Tua from concussion protocol. The investigation into how and why Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua was cleared. I'm sorry, I just can't pronounce her name. Tagovailoa
Yeah.
was cleared from the concussion protocol after taking a scary hit against Buffalo Bills in Week 3. Was allowed to play before another terrifying head injury 4 days later against the Cincinnati Bengals in Week 4. It's still ongoing. Now the first shoe is dropped. The NFLPA has fired the independent neurologist who initially cleared Tua Laboga from protocol. The Players Association has the ability to terminate the unaffiliated neurotrauma consultant in these situations, and they exercised that right on Saturday. When a player displays gross motor instability after an injury, the player is ruled out until cleared by both a team physician and an unaffiliated neurotrauma consultant. Terrell Volaga was cleared by both and allowed to return. So if the independent one was cleared, why wasn't the NFL one cleared? Fired, rather. That's kind
No
of like
idea.
both of us in the doggone commit the crime and the only one of us going to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Something's up with that.
Facts.
Tua was cleared by both and allowed to return against the Bills after the hit and then played against the Bengals. Doctor determined Tua injury was not neurologically caused. The team said he had a back injury after the game.
Mm-hmm.
So here's some tweets from Tom Persolo. I'm not sure who it is. The NFL Players Association has determined that unaffiliated neurotrauma consultant involved in Tua concussion checked last Sunday, as Pro Football Talk said. Both the UNC and the Dolphins team physician were interviewed Friday per source. Investigation is ongoing. As our Mark Schofield wrote, the Dolphins have more questions to answer, but why Tua was allowed to play. We are tracking Tua's health updates and the fallout from the ongoing union investigation here. The Dolphins face the New York Jets in Week 5. Tua is currently listed as questionable and remains in concussion protocol. We will be following the story as it develops. There is no way in hell, if I was Tua, I would play in next week's game. It might be 2 or 3 games before I be playing again, if at all, this first part of the season, because those concussions, man. We saw the movie with starring Will Smith,
Mm-hmm.
Concussion. You end up being in that, and the game is not worth that. Then you saw pictures of how
Absolutely.
things look and stuff when he was hit.
Yeah. Yeah,
Fingers is all crooked and bent.
yeah,
And,
yep. And that was the second one, right? So the first one, I think I was watching Uche stream, and you see he gets the first hit, right? And he gets up and then he falls back down, right? And then they're like, well, why is he still in the game? So they said it was his back. But there's everybody was saying it was a concussion, right? You listen to all the analysis, they're all saying, "Oh no, he had a concussion. He had a concussion," and then he gets hit again, and now you can clearly see that it was a concussion. Like the way he twisted up his hands and shit, you can tell like he was hurt. So yeah, and they said he wanted to play. Like he was the one who was like, "I'm coming in. I want to play. I want to play." But bro, like, dude, you man. All I'm gonna say is the organization fucked up by letting him play
mm-hmm.
and putting him out there. And I think there should be some serious punishments for that.
I've heard a lot of these players now, and there was a player I can't think of his name, but he was on one of these shows I was watching. He was saying that a lot of times other players, veteran players, got to help players protect themselves from their own selves because
Mm-hmm.
they think they're indestructible, that they can do all this kind of stuff, that they can just
Mm-hmm.
shake it off. But a lot of times you can't shake it off. And now, as we all know, and some people don't believe it, but as the NFL get more and more and more into the years played, the athletes are getting stronger, they're getting faster, they're
Mm-hmm.
quicker, and they are hitting with extreme force that it doesn't look that hard to us because we on TV. But when you get on that field, I've heard plenty of professionals say in interviews, man, the game is so much faster, so much
Yeah,
faster. And I could see the difference. The first college game I went to, I was like, holy moly, damn, this game is fast. So if the college is fast, can you imagine what the pros are?
probably out of
So
this
I've
world,
never seen
right?
a pro game. I've never
Mm-hmm.
seen it. So I can't sit here and tell you how fast it is, but I've seen some college football games in real life, and I'm like, holy moly, these guys. So and this some of them are good. Not all of them are good. Some of the guys on the college are good, but in the pros, everybody is the best at that position.
Mm-hmm.
So
The
man,
only game I've been to was a Alouettes game here, right? Canadian League of game. And
mm,
I mean it was all right, but it wasn't NFL. You know what I mean? It was not
mhm.
an NFL game. So it's fast, but not as fast as the NFL. I'm just I don't know, man. It's just this guy should not have been in there.
No,
And whatever
not.
they do,
So I think Teddy Bridgewater can hold it down until you get back. Teddy Bridgewater, he didn't play bad. It's just that the quarterback Hubert, not Hubert, but I can't think of the quarterback for the Bengals. He was just better.
yeah, absolutely.
Uh, but man, I hope Tua, man. I'm not a Miami Dolphin fan, man, but I love you when you play for Alabama. I definitely hope, man, that you get on the mend and that you're able to bounce back. But if you're not, man, don't let this don't let this game kill you. That's all I'm saying.
Facts.
Don't let
Facts.
this game kill you. I definitely think
Facts.
you probably got a future. You probably can definitely do some kind of commentating, sports analyst or something like that. So.
Hmm. But that's why Andrew Luck left so soon, right? He was
Mm-hmm.
tired of getting hit. He didn't want to get these concussions and shit that he was getting. He said it's either quality of life or this football shit. You know what I mean? And he
Mm-hmm.
chose the quality of life. And at first, people were, oh, I can't believe he's doing that, and blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, hey man, good for him.
Hey, Jason,
Good
man,
for him.
we ain't had nothing but rain yesterday. It rained all. It started Thursday night. It rained all night after midnight all day yesterday. Wind got up a little bit, and I think it stopped maybe 10 o'clock last night, 10, 11. Shoot, the day was sunny and bright, like ain't letting them come through here.
Mm,
So we dodged another one, so I'm good.
That's good though.
So you got power back, bro? I ain't never ran out of power. If you can get it, man, get your Generac generator. It is
Mm.
worth its weight in gold, buddy.
I wonder if it was bad for him.
Hmm?
Was it bad for him? Was it bad for
I
you,
think
Jason?
they just got power back yesterday.
Shit.
I talked to Rob. I think they lost a little bit of power. I think LDG didn't lose power. And I had another buddy who, yeah, I saw he went to wrestling last night. He must have wasn't too bad. You see the picture of the Gangrel. I was like, man, and the weather didn't look that bad. We was walking outside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Ah.
so it wasn't too bad. I heard something. Danny was thinking about you got relatives in the South. Hey, yeah, man. But we get the updates and stuff and the different updates and meetings we go to. So we knew it was going to be out around about 7 yesterday. So
Mm-hmm.
we didn't really, I wasn't really stressing it. But of course, whenever you hear the word hurricane, you go in the grocery store, boy. Three things you ain't gonna get. You ain't gonna get no water. You ain't gonna get
Mm-hmm.
no bread. And you ain't gonna get no potato chips. And all of my house was gone.
Potato chips.
Oh my god, gone.
Really? Really? I thought you were gonna say like toilet paper. Potato chips.
Potato chips, water, and bread.
Interesting.
And man, they went up in price. Man, potato chips are like almost $6 a bag. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
hell
same
no.
here. Same here.
Oh
I'm
my
like, yo,
god.
I'm not buying no chips for a long time unless it's from the dollar store.
Yeah.
Cause that's ridiculous,
Yeah,
bro.
it went up. It went up crazy.
Yeah,
Sister said a
ridiculous.
lot of tree damage. Yes, yeah, like I said, we got palm trees in my yard and some of the leaves fell off, but good. Roadblock, what's up? I live in
What's
Tampa,
up,
just a
Roadblock?
lot of rain and wind, some tree damage, that's all. Good for you, man. Glad to hear it.
But
Somebody
it's
tell us
over, right?
somebody tell yeah, it's done up like north now. I
Okay.
think it's maybe up like where Shifty at. Shifty's in Virginia.
Mm,
So it may be up there. Might be done went through there, but it's go. But I'm here's another one out there brewing somewhere. So I don't know.
impossible.
Yeah. Um. Next, you're going to switch. Tucker said Frito Lay raised up. Hell yeah, they did. I'm not buying no
Mm-hmm.
fucking $6 bag of chips. That ain't happening.
Facts, Danny. Facts.
Um, you're gonna switch over into the NBA and
Ime Udoka.
yeah, Emi Udoka, boy, he has really fucked himself.
Absolutely. But I have to go with a lot of the things that Stephen A and the rest of them are saying. It's like, why is he the only one that got in trouble?
Yeah, and that I don't know who that black female commentator, but I don't know what she on. But she on some
For real,
stuff.
though. For real.
She's
For
trying
real.
to she's trying to protect.
And not only is that, right? They were talking, I don't know if you've seen the video where they were talking about who's the new intern coach. And she made it a point to say that he was convicted of something when he was 18.
Oh my god, now they're bringing
Mm-hmm.
shit that ain't got nothing to do with it. Okay, sources say investigation found Boston Celtics coach Ime Udoka used crude language in a dialogue with female subordinate prior to start of an improper relationship. Independent law firm probe into Boston Celtics coach Ime Udoka found that he used crude language in his dialogue with a female subordinate prior to the start of an improper workplace relationship with the woman, an element that significantly factored into the severity of his 1 year suspension, sources told ESPN. Those investigative findings were described verbiage on Udoka's part that he deemed especially concerning coming from a workplace superior, contributed to what is likely a difficult pathway for his reinstatement as Celtics coach in 2023, sources told ESPN. The power dynamic associated with the superior and improper relationship with a staff member was the primary finding and policy violation cited in the law firm's report, which was commissioned by the Celtics and completed early last week, sources say. At a news conference last week, Celtics owner Grosbeck said the suspension, which stands through June 2023, was a product of its multiple violations of team policies, and sources told ESPN that Celtics won't stand in Udoka's way should he have the chance to become a coaching candidate elsewhere. There are teams that have tried to gather a preliminary understanding of the full explanation of Udoka's suspension in preparation for possibly evaluating him for future coaching employment, sources told ESPN. Grosbeck, who said Udoka could be receiving a cut in his salary during the suspension. In his first season, Udoka 45 led the Celtics to an Eastern Conference championship, NBA final berth, which Boston was that.
I have no idea. Oh, that's probably the article. There's a video in the article that's playing. Yeah, right there. There you go.
Grosbeck said Udoka would be receiving a cut in his salary during the suspension. In his first season, Udoka 45 led the Celtics to an Eastern Conference championship and NBA Finals berth, where Boston lost in 6 games to the Golden State Warriors. The Celtics returned a team expected again to be a championship favorite, and Udoka had appeared destined for a long runaway as a franchise coach after replacing Brad Stevens, who moved into the front office role previously occupied by Danny Ainge in the 2021 offseason. Grossbeck said during the news conference that no one else within the organization faced discipline as a result of the investigation. The Celtics would confirm the nature of the violation, but Stevens, the team's president of basketball operations, became emotional in describing the number of women employed by the Celtics who were targeted by unfounded social media rumors and allegations. Hmm.
Well, that's because they never said who the woman was,
Yeah.
right? They never broadcast her name. They never said anything. And that's why people are speculating of who it could have been.
Yeah. Grossback and Stevens would not elaborate on the criteria Udoka would need to meet and to return to coaching the Celtics following his suspension. Um, Grossback defended the Celtics' decision to suspend Udoka for the entire season, insisted it was the proper response based on the pro's findings. This felt right, but there are no clear guidelines for any of this. He said it's conscience and gut feel. We collectively came to this and got there, but it was not clear what to do. It was clear that something substantial needed to be done, and it was. My whole thing is,
Mm-hmm.
and I could be wrong, but I believe if this was somebody white, we would not have known anything least about this. That he would have just been terminated or suspended, and we would have to figure it out.
Well, I heard it was
But it,
somebody's wife.
no, I'm saying somebody white.
Oh, I got you. I got you. I got you.
I believe if the
And
coach was, I believe if this was Brad Stevens, monk up, he would just been terminated or suspended, and he probably would have been allowed to resign, and we would have not know what happened. They would have said something like, "Ah, it was just a difference of opinions or coaching philosophies or something." They would have said because this didn't have to get out.
right.
Another story that I heard too is that the woman
Mm-hmm.
he slept with was an executive's wife.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot of stories floating out there.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And again, this is a story that we're talking about instead, and this story is, if you go on YouTube, you'll see this story way more than you'll see the Bret Farve story.
Mm-hmm.
This one here about
Wonder
a
why?
man who slept with okay, maybe she was married, but it was consensual on both sides, right?
No,
They're
but this
saying,
article right here making it seem like it was pressure from a superior higher up. You see that? You said they did that in that article.
yeah. That's what they
So
said.
that's why there's no, this woman allegedly is not being punished because she's saying now it's kind of like when in some set I'm not saying everything. So if there's women watch this, don't say I'm saying this. But in some situations, the woman is consensual to the sex, whatever. Then when she get caught,
Mm-hmm,
they
mm-hmm,
start yelling rape or whatever this kind of
mm-hmm,
stuff.
mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like that. Not that, but it's like if it's consensual, then why is he the only one being crucified?
Well, you see, that's what Stephen A. and everybody is complaining about, that it was consensual. So I don't know when this article is or where they're getting that information from, but everything I've heard is that the relationship was consensual. Both
Yeah,
sides agreed to it. You know what I
I
mean?
heard that too.
So if that is the case, then they both should be punished.
I agree.
That's hands down. And if there's, a policy where, you can't be in the NFL and fraternize with the females, them and all that stuff, or NBA, sorry, then I get that too as well. You violated that. He should be fired 100%. But now it's
Was
like this one said fired and then suspended. So is he suspended
he
and then he's going to
suspended
be
right now?
fired?
He is suspended right now, but they had the article said they did not discuss what steps he would need to go through to get reinstated. So it sounds like to me
Okay.
like, yeah, after this year, if you're gonna take back half your money, you up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's sounding like it's to me.
And to
Wasn't
be
there
honest
a
with you,
rumor about Stephen and Molly?
who's that?
Stephen A. and Molly.
Oh,
Because you know her and
ooh,
old boy are not together no more.
she's not with
No, they
um,
divorced. She's
what's
not
his
with
name? Jalen Rose.
Jalen Rose. No.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Huh, if that's the case, then it would make sense why. You know what I mean? See, I didn't know about the rumor. If that's the case, if there is one, ooh.
is yeah.
But,
They're not.
but yeah, at the same time, I mean, really,
I don't know, man.
it's crazy, right?
Uh-huh.
Because you know, whatever, they had some consensual sex, I guess. But I just don't think that he should be actually. Well, maybe he should be fired. He probably will have a hard time finding another job too, as well,
Oh yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
Because it's gonna be like, oh, especially some of these rich owners that love their little wives. There's no way they bring in this guy in to coach because he gonna get one of their little young wives, So that's done. I don't know, man. He might not be back again.
Hey, he's right here. What Jalen Rose said. In my personal relationship, it was laughable to me to see Molly Querim and I mutually part ways, be in accord about why we are parting ways, and still see people speculating on why. Not only speculating, in particular, saying it was because her and Stephen A. had a relationship.
Mm, interesting.
That was wrote in April of this year. ESPN
Interesting.
personality Jalen Rose announced his divorce from the fellow network host Molly Querim last December. Never discussed the split publicly until now. Rose said he and Queer mutually ended their 3-year marriage despite unfounded rumors that she had a separate relationship with Stephen A., her co-host on ESPN's First Take. Hmm. So I know
Interesting.
I heard their rumors. They wasn't together that long either.
Hmm. I don't know if it. I don't know. Maybe it had to do with Stephen A. I don't know, but hey, man, like that's what happens sometimes when these people work together. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? They end up fucking. you know.
Yeah, but she is annoying. God, I don't know how they put up with her.
I
She,
agree.
she
I
be
agree.
interrupting and disrupting the flows of the show. And be like, oh, you gotta go.
Plus, fucking Kenny Smith has the hottest one, anyways, man. From
Oh,
what
from
I
Price
seen.
is Right.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
she's on prices right now.
she used to be a model on Price is Right. I don't think she's no more.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I remember they did that.
That's that live show.
Yeah. No. Well, no. They did an NBA thing where they picked the, I guess, 75 greatest players, and they did like a draft, and she
Mm-hmm.
was the one doing like the Vanna White flipping over the cards and shit. I'm
Yeah,
like, damn. Okay.
yeah.
I see.
She used to be on Price is Right. Like they do them presenting the prizes and shit.
Yeah, which would
If
make
I ain't,
sense.
if I ain't mistaken, she from like across the water too. I don't think she American.
Mm, possibly.
All right. But anyway, earlier today, people, Alonzo and I had a discussion about Ginobili and Kobe, and I sent him a clip. I think the first time Kobe played against Ginobili, he
Who's
asked
this
somebody
white
who's
boy?
this white boy, and he said because he played like unorthodox style and I don't think they had no videotape on him and that kind of stuff, that he gave Kobe some issues. So Alonzo replied saying that critics have said that if he, I guess, was on if Pop hadn't kind of put
The clamps on him,
the clamps
pretty
on him,
much.
that he could be just as good as Kobe. And I was like, I don't know. And the reason why I said that is because I think that here's a scenario: you got two equally naturally gifted, um, sick basketball players. One is all he wants to do is basketball, 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 basketball. Out of the 24 hours a day, he's practicing at least damn 18 of them. The other one is practicing, but we've never heard of the stories of him practicing that hard, and he's naturally gifted. I'm saying that the one that works the hardest and puts in the more work is going to be the better player. Also, arguments that that's not necessarily true. That each player has got their own ceiling. Some make it, and some don't make it on their potential. Some reach their potential. Some exceed their potential. Some don't make their potential.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. I think, and the reason why I think if I'm not saying he couldn't have been as good as Kobe in my opinion, but I think, and it's a disservice, Greg Popovich. I know he got the team concept when they won, I think 5 or 6 championships during that time.
5.
But he possibly, if he would have let Ginobili blossom to be what and reach his full potential, then possibly, and correct me if I'm wrong, Uncle's arguing that if he would have done that and he would have been as good as Kobe, that he would be in the discussion as maybe one of the great, the GOAT. But Ginobili has never been in any GOAT discussion I've heard of. And I think the reason why, if he had the potential to become as good as Kobe, who's been in the GOAT decision, that is some of the fault, not all of it, is on his coach not letting him do his thing. So if
So
any of you that's watching agrees with that, please let us know what you think.
so so
Cool.
here's my thing, right?
Okay.
Okay, so and I used Allen Iverson as example, and we already know that Allen Iverson was not the work ethic type of dude, right? He was not the worth ethic. He wasn't like a Kobe. He was the one that sat there and said, "Practice, practice,"
Uh-huh.
but he's
Right.
still known as one of the best, right? He's still known as one of the best. So yeah,
Uh,
you can have that ethic. You can have it. You can practice all the time. There's a lot of guys in the NBA that have that kind of ethic, and they practice and they practice and they practice, but they'll never get any better. Ben Simmons, guys like that, they'll never get any better, right? Excuse me. But Ginobili was good already. And what I was going to say is you can't get that good without practicing like he would have, right? Second off, I don't think, okay, Popovich didn't hold him back from being Manu Ginobili because you watch interviews, he tells Manu to be Manu. Go out there and be Manu. Do what you got to do. The problem is that he played with Tim Duncan. And Tim Duncan is going to get most of the shots. He's going to anchor the defense, right? And that's where it hurt Ginobili and Parker. That's where they got hurt. Is because they played with Tim Duncan. If he was the man on that team, then I'm pretty sure he would be averaging 30 points a game, 28, 27 points a game.
so I can't argue with that argument. But here are the stats between Ginobili and Kobe Bryant. During their time in the NBA, they played 53 games against each other, 36 in the regular season and 17 in the playoffs. Ginobili won more games with 32, and he won more in the regular season. But in the playoffs, Kobe won more.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Kobe scored more points, averaged more points in those 53 games, more rebounds, more assists, and more blocks. Ginobili averaged more steals, according to this.
Mm-hmm.
In the game highs, Kobe had higher points. They both had the same amount of rebounds. Kobe had 2 more assists. Ginobili had 8 more steals. Kobe had 1 more block. Um, Games with better stats than other players. I'm not sure what that is, but in points, Kobe had 46 more games than other players. Ginobili had 3, so that was a big difference there. In rebounds, Kobe had 33. In 33 games, he had more rebounds than other players, only in 14 for Ginobili. Um, Assists 28, Kobe. Steals 21. He was only 1 more than Ginobili. And in blocks, only 1 more than Ginobili. And there was four games where both of them had the same stats as points. same stats as rebounds. 9 games, they had 6 assists, same. Um, 12 games, they had the same amount of steals. In 32 games, they had the same amount of blocks. So in some things were very close, but in some they were um, it was a bigger difference because in points at those games, Kobe had 46 games where he was better than other players. I guess that's both teams. I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
So I think individually we can say that Kobe had the better stats, and my argument for that is that um, he just from videos I've seen since his death, like there was one where I think it was Dwayne Wade. He was like, "Man, I think it was on one of the Dream teams, and he was saying that they begged Kobe to play on the Dream team because I think in the past 8 years, whatever, that the USA lost. I think one of those years they got a bronze medal, and he was like, I was a younger guy, but Kobe told me that he was going to be defensive. He's going to cover the whole 94 feet, make him work. And when he get him a certain direction, then you run a certain angle and steal the ball." He said, in all actuality, it should have been the other way around. That's how Kobe was, and that they would get up at 5. They would get up at like 6, 7 o'clock and eat breakfast, and Kobe Bryant would already have ice on his knees. He said, "Man, what's up?" He said, "Yeah, I just got finished working out. I'm gonna grab something to eat real quick. I'm going back." And he said, eventually, he had all the team members coming, getting up at 5 o'clock, working out with him. That you think you shooting extra, or whatever, Kobe Bryant would always be shooting extra. And then Michael Jordan said, of course, at his funeral, that he called him at 2 or 3 at night, asking him shit about basketball and stuff. So I just think that kind of work ethic, and then you see notorious arguments he had with Shaq, like, damn, Shaq, if you would work your fat ass out, then we could have won more championships. So I just think that in that particular um, area, that he was just a beast, and that's why he was so good as he was, because he just worked crazy based on stories that other people said. So I don't know if I heard anybody else that worked like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's why Kobe is up there as one of the greatest. But also, you got to remember, Kobe was the man of the team, right? Ginobili was never the man of San Antonio. He was always second. He was always even third to Tony Parker a couple of years,
Yeah,
right? So he was never the man. He never had to do as much as Kobe had to do to win.
yeah, you're right.
But I'm not saying that that Manu Ginobili is as good as Kobe. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he could have been. I
Yeah,
mean, like, yeah, he could have been, but the numbers have to show it. You know what I mean? Like, I watched him play, and even one of my boys who was a big Kobe fan at the time, he would always tell me, "Man, it's like Ginobili's sick. If Ginobili was on a different team, he'd probably be, up there with leading the league in scoring and stuff like that."
yeah, he was nice though. I can't argue against his game. His game, it was nice to watch.
And he created the Euro step. Can't forget that.
I hate that. To me, that's an ugly basketball move.
If it was effective, because everybody started using it.
I know when I see like Giannis do it now, I'm like, man,
Uh-huh.
that look like you walking. I
Yeah,
swear to God, like you
because
walking.
Giannis too tall. It looks too funny when Giannis, because he's too tall. But James Harden, like, that's a mainstay in his arsenal now, is the Euro step. I was
Yeah,
all started from Ginobili.
yeah, it look like you walking, but I guess you're not. But it's crazy. And I see what's so boy from Philadelphia, he does it all the time too.
Which one?
Um, the center,
Embiid?
Embiid.
Oh,
Oh my,
really?
oh my God, big 7 foot tall
Embiid
ass
does the
center.
Euro step now.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, really?
It looks good when small guys do it, but when bigger guys
Yeah,
are doing it, yeah,
yeah.
it
Look
looks
like
kind of
look like they
awkward.
walking.
Yeah, it looks like they're traveling. Yeah, I agree. I agree. But yeah, man,
Oh,
we still know the best basketball player of all time, Tim Duncan.
okay.
As long as we know that.
Stephen Witt, Stephen. Hey, so man, stay off the weed.
It's Timmy, bro. It's Timmy. But that dude I watched the Dreamers Pro show. Oh,
Oh
he
yeah,
hates. You ever watch some of his videos where
yeah. He hates that female. He
he
said,
hates the yeah,
"You try
and
that
he
shit on my show, man. It ain't gonna fly."
and he hates Nick Wright.
Oh yeah, I don't blame him. Right?
And anytime there's two people that he says if anybody's because Kobe's his favorite player of all times, nobody's better than Kobe other than Michael Jordan. And he says anytime people talk about LeBron being better than Michael Jordan, he says he can't have conversations with you. He's like, I cannot have a conversation with you. If you think that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan, I can't have a conversation with you.
I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him at all.
And he comes with stats, he doesn't just come with this, he comes with stats.
Yeah, he's pretty cool, man. But I saw his last or one of his last when he did how that girl talked to Stephen A on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, he was hot. Boy,
Mm-hmm.
he said,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they're doing over there in America. God,
Yeah.
he's like, that would not happen on my show.
Mm-hmm. And then when did he say something about how we're men? He's like, we're men, guys. We're men. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I like his show. I think he gives one at least the most unbiased than all of those other guys. Stephen A. Like I think he's at least unbiased. Stephen A. and Skip and all those guys, man. Sometimes I just can't take the shit that they say, bro. I'm like, are you serious with that bullshit?
Oh no, Skip, he all Dallas. This was last year was the first time I see him talk a little bit bad about Dak. But shit, he had Dak a couple years back,
Mm-hmm.
like greater than Tom Brady. I'm like, really?
And I used to like Skip. You know what I mean? He was a big San Antonio fan. He still is, I guess. But I don't know, man. It's just
I mean, a
something
little
about
off the
him now. I
rails
just
when
can't take his shit anymore.
what make me think Skip is double talking because man, he wouldn't even call oh boy a
Kawhi
name.
by
He
his
wouldn't call
name.
him nothing. He called him
Yeah,
number. He called him his number two, number 10,
yeah,
whatever the number is.
yeah, yeah.
Then all of a sudden, when he did the okey doke on the Lakers,
Mm-hmm.
this sucker wearing his jersey, wearing his
Mm-hmm.
shoes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, really?
You
Okay.
know? And if you notice, I still don't like Kawhi. Fuck that guy. I'll never, 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 never. Kawhi will always be one of my most hated NBA players at this point right
Until
now.
he goes back to San Antonio, then he'd be like, yeah, then you'll find forgiveness in your heart.
Nah, he has to come back and win a championship. If he comes back and he doesn't, if we don't win a championship and he's gone and he comes back, fuck him. You know what I mean? Because that means you left when you had your good years and now you want to come back for what? Huh? Nah, fuck that. Fuck that guy. Fuck
Okay.
Kawhi Leonard. And
I guess,
NBA preseason started, eh?
I don't even know, bro.
Yeah, I seen it yesterday where they were saying that NBA preseason
I ain't
started.
ready to see no NBA yet. I'm ready to get more into football. So I'm gonna put NBA on the back burner for me watch the preseason game.
Yeah. As long as football is on, I feel you, bro. God,
We can go ahead and do our picks. Just me and you. I get the other two guys tomorrow.
All right, let's do it.
But
I don't know, man. My picks
first
have been
one,
fucking garbage.
okay. Did everybody know? Week 2, I'm gonna go for week 2. We skipped week 1, so we starting at week 2.
Uh-huh.
Week 2, my picks was 7 and 8. Alonzo's was 6 and 9. Roberto's was 7 and 8, and Chris's was 6 and 9. Then last week, my picks were 10 and 6. Chris was 7 and 9. Roberto was 9 and 7. Alonzo was 5 and 11. Which grand total of right now I'm 17 and 14 after 2 weeks. Chris is 13 and 18. Roberto is 16 and 15. And Alonzo is 11 and 20.
Well,
So,
12 now because I won Thursday, right?
yeah. Well, put a game. I'm 17 and 15. Chris is 14 and 18. Roberto is 16 and 16. And now Alonzo is 12 and 20.
And remember, guys, you heard this here, right? You heard that I am last. Wait till the end of the season when I am in first and winning again.
Okay.
What we got for this week? What we got?
All right. First game is the Panthers or the Cardinals versus the Panthers.
Cards.
I was gonna say Cards. I'm gonna say Cards as well. Next game is Vikings versus the Saints.
Saints?
I
No.
was, gonna-
Yeah, Saints.
I was gonna say Saints. I say Vikings.
Yeah, I want
Next
to
one
say
is
the
the
Vikings.
Browns versus the Falcons. I'm going Browns.
Yeah, Browns.
I was going Browns as well. Next one is the Bills versus the Ravens. They're playing in Baltimore.
Bills.
I was gonna say Bills. I say Ravens. Next one is Commanders versus the Cowboys.
Fuck. I
I
think I'm
say
gonna have
Cow.
to. I
I
think
say
I'm
the
gonna have to take.
Cowboys.
I'm gonna take. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stick with the Cowboys. I'm gonna stick with the boys. I
Next
want to
one
take the
is
Commanders though, but I'm gonna stick
yeah.
with the boys.
Next one is the Seattle Seahawks versus Detroit Lions.
Seahawks.
I was gonna say Seahawks. I say Lions.
Ooh,
The next one is the Chargers versus the Texans.
Chargers.
You both said Chargers. The next is the Titans versus the Colts. I'm going with the Titans.
Yeah, me too.
Both said Titans. The next one is the Bears versus the Giants. And they're playing in New York.
Ooh. Bears.
I was gonna say Bears. I say Giants.
Fuck.
The next one is the Jaguars versus the Eagles. And they're playing in Philadelphia.
Jags versus the Eagles.
We're both going with Eagles. Next one is the Jets versus the Steelers.
Fuck. Steelers.
We're both going with Steelers. Next is the Patriots versus the Packers.
Packers.
We're both going with Packers.
I really don't want to pick the Packers.
Next one is the Broncos versus the Raiders.
Shit, last week I took the Raiders. They fucked me. But I'm going to take the Raiders again.
I also pick Raiders. I pick Broncos. Next, you're going with the Chiefs versus the Buccaneers. Whew.
Ooh.
That's the 8 o'clock game tomorrow.
I'm going with the Chiefs.
Chiefs. I also pick the Chiefs. Damn. I'm gonna go with the Bucks. And Monday night game is the Rams versus the 49ers.
Rams.
I'm going with the Rams as well. So there you have it.
I'm
So
actually not too sure about my picks for tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, that's what happens when you're last. You know what I mean? You start questioning the fucking picks you're gonna make and shit. But I just need one good week. If I get a good week, if I get this week and it's good, then I'll be back on track.
that's how it is all the time. Well, Go with your gut. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, G Major is going with what? Man, you going with Vikings, the Browns, the Bills, Cowboys, the Lions, the Chargers, the Colts, the Bears, the Eagles, the Steelers, the Packers, the Broncos, the Bucks, and the 49ers.
If the Steelers can't beat the fucking Jets, then yeah.
Hey, they 0-3 now?
No. 1-2. They won the first week.
The Raiders is 0-3.
Yeah.
Whew. And
Yeah, and
that's their arch rival too.
I took the Raiders, but I don't think the Bucks are that good this year. So I don't know. It's gonna be tough.
I still got faith in old Tom Brady, so I ain't bet against that clown.
I do, but well, Evans is coming back this week, but last week he was exposed because they didn't really have anything, man. You know what I mean?
One of his
So
receivers was out too. I played Julio Jones like an idiot. He wasn't even in the game.
yeah, Julio Jones wasn't playing. Julio Jones wasn't playing. I have him on my team, but I didn't put him in. But I also have Mike Evans. Mike Evans was suspended for some bullshit fight, so he wasn't in there. And Tom Brady didn't really have anything, but they still had a chance to win that game.
Mm-hmm. He's in there,
So,
man. I don't discount him. So, but we
yeah,
shall
but
see. We shall see.
I
We shall
think
see.
Mahomes and the Bucks are on a different level right now. Well, they lost actually too, right?
Mm-hmm.
The KC lost too, right? Yeah.
Well, I'm hating, man. Fucking Tyreek Hill ain't got no more touchdowns. Shit. Come on, man.
And if Tula's gone,
God,
it might be
he need
might,
8 more touchdowns, man.
it might be harder. But I think the bet would have to be squashed because the quarterback's not there.
Knowing Chris, he won't.
I know. I know.
Nah. We didn't say that in there. We didn't put that in there.
It doesn't matter if the who's quarterbacking. It doesn't matter. He still should be able to get touchdowns, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna say. Whatever.
It is what it is.
All right, we're gonna hear our man. That was a
Yeah,
good
man.
show.
Absolutely.
What you got going to your neck of the woods next week?
Um, we're back with the chaos list shows. Other than that, man, not much. Just doing what we got to do. Chaos
Did
list,
you
OOC. Did I?
did you watch the latest episode of She-Hulk?
Oh my God, yeah. I watched it.
I can't remember what I watched. What was it about?
Um, she goes to
Oh
that
yeah,
resort.
the guy's a crook and gets her blood. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Which we called that though, right?
Yeah.
We called that. We said that's what's gonna happen, and that's exactly what happened. So
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out who the bad guy is, and I ain't watched Endor, so I probably ain't gonna watch that.
you didn't watch it yet?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God! If you want to go to sleep, pop that on, bro.
Man, I started watching The Wire today, so I think I'm gonna watch.
Season 1,
Yep.
fire, best season. Season 1 is the best fucking season of that show, bro.
I
It is
saw
so
clips
good.
of him and
Is this your first time watching it?
yeah, I never seen it.
Wow, I'm jealous.
I watch Omar and the guy with the bow tie
Mm-hmm.
going after each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, damn, this shit right here might be kind of fire.
Yo, it's wicked, bro. The first season, second season is good too. I didn't really like the third one, and then after that, I just fell off a bit. But the first 2 seasons for me are so fucking good, so good. Especially that first season. You're gonna enjoy it.
Shifty, y'all all right over there? The storm already passed.
Andor was boring. Andor was boring. I'm sorry.
The Wire is great. Hey, keep talking, bro. I'll be right back.
Yeah, The Wire is great, Shifty, but Andor ain't nothing happening in the show. Like it's just not. It's just blah. And I guess maybe because I didn't like the characters, even when I watched, even when I watched, shit, Rogue One. I didn't like any of those characters, so that could be a reason why too as well. But I don't like it. I think it's boring. I don't like the characters still, and I probably won't. I watch it, but it's like, I could do without this crap. Yeah, most of it's out of town. Oh, season 5 is the worst of The Wire. Oh yeah, I didn't even really get to season 5 of that. I stopped at after season 2. I was just like, you know what, I'm done. So, but yeah, just on to season 2 of What If. Can't wait. Oh, same here. When does it drop? Um, if I wasn't working and shit, I would be doing watch parties for that. But there's no way I cannot stay up until fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. Can't do it no more. Started watching Grundy Cervantes, whatever, Primal, awesome cartoon. It's like Conan, but it's about cavemen and the dinosaurs. Super gory. Never heard of it. Um,
You finished watching that Mortal Kombat?
no, I still didn't finish watching that yet.
Ooh, that shit is fire.
Fucking 2K be grinding these games all fucking day, pretty much.
Remember that woman? I can't remember what Mortal Kombat it was, but she controlled that like a sand dial or some shit. That time vortex,
Okay,
whatever.
yeah, 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 yeah,
And she
yeah,
had that helmet or whatever on that can help control it.
yeah, yeah.
Parts of that gonna be in it. That's how Kano got so powerful.
She's in it.
She ain't in it, but he got that shit she had. I don't know. They don't tell us how he got it.
Hmm. Okay.
Just
Interesting.
remember that room that Shang-Chi tried to break into and couldn't break into?
Yeah.
That's what's in there.
Huh.
Uh,
Interesting.
but shit. Damn Sub-Zero boy, that's okay.
Sub-Zero's in it too.
Yeah. The old man is Sub-Zero.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, Sub-Zero's. That's the original Sub-Zero's brother, the one with the eye scar. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
And then
maybe
he
springtime for whatever. Oh.
he has some kind of pact with Scorpion, and Scorpion gonna come in there too.
Yeah, I seen a little clip of where Scorpion was in there.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm gonna watch the rest of it. I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah, he's straight, man. And saw Hocus Pocus 2, which was good. Sure did.
What?
Man, me and my daughters, that's all we watched when they was kids.
Okay, okay.
Yep.
And you enjoyed it?
Man, the family was excited. They said, Hocus Pocus 2. Man, my oldest daughter watched it. She came home for the weekend. She said, yep, I watched it last night. My best one of my coworkers, she said, yep, me and my husband watched it last night. And I started last night. I fell asleep. And then I got sworn and finished watching it.
Mm. Said yeah, but on the in the antique shop scene they have world between worlds artifacts. They dropped hints or trolling us like Feige did with the Mephisto stuff. I'll tell you this: I do not want to see that world between world stuff in Star Wars. I didn't like it in the Rebels, and I
I did.
I just don't like
I
the
didn't
idea of
mind
it.
it.
I don't like the idea of it. Time travel and all of that. It just ends up bringing
I
something
think that's
into
just
Star Wars
like
that it
the
needs to be there.
the layers, the different layers of the Sith. Because I got a book. I don't know what I did with it. Just like it tells you the Sith and the Jedi powers. Hold on, I think I
Hmm.
got it right here. This book right here.
Hmm.
Star Wars Jedi versus Sith, the essential guide to the Force.
Hmm.
Man, they got some shit in here I ain't never heard of.
Oh yeah.
Like all kind of different powers they have, and some kind of force magic and all this kind of shit.
Is that official Star Wars stuff or is that from before?
I'm not sure what
What year did it come out?
it says right here. No Star Wars library is complete without this definitive guide to understand the Force. Remember, the Force will be with you always. I'm trying to see what year it came out. But it says it's a Star Wars encyclopedia. Talks about New Hope, Empire
Mm,
Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. I had this shit
okay.
for some years though,
Okay, maybe it's
at
just
least
like one of
10 years.
those encyclopedia things. Interesting.
That's basically what it is. It talks about all kind of shit. The Darth title and how that was created, all kind of shit. It shows you the different the force the lightsaber styles of fighting.
Mm-hmm.
All that shit.
Interesting.
The 7 forms of lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. So it's kind of like if you want to understand more stuff, it tells you all kind of shit. You got a picture of like at the movie where he's becoming Darth Vader for the first time.
Yeah.
So it was made at least back whenever the attack. I mean, the prequels was made. Have all that shit. Should I pay $30 for this shit?
I don't mind seeing new force powers. That I don't mind. You know what I mean? But like I've said many times, and I know Shifty there, he'll say, "Oh no, it's not. Star Wars is about more than Jedi and Sith." But George Lucas's Star Wars was about Jedi and Sith. That's what it was about. That's what I want to see. Like this Andor stuff and all of that stuff just doesn't appeal to me.
G Major, you don't have the the intestinal fortitude, I guess, bro. I don't watch it again and laugh at it.
What? No, I'm with J Major. I can't do it either.
I watch it just like this is stupid as hell.
Yeah, it's
Cause there's some
so
parts of
dumb.
it I like.
Some parts you like?
Like when they like the hammer shit, I just fast forward through it.
Uh
Like
huh.
when they fighting that first time when she became Thor, I didn't
Mhm.
mind that. When the first time we saw her at Thor,
Mhm.
I didn't like the time when he gave the kids all his power. But parts of that fight, like when he and her was fighting together, I watched that. I don't have no problem with it.
Mm.
The thing with Zeus was kind of funny to me. Then I wanted to watch the last scene when they show Hercules. I kind of stop it so I can look and see up close because in the theater it was like a quick blip. But now
Mhm.
trying to see that, but if I sit down and watch the whole thing again, probably not. But parts of it.
So that was
Yeah,
your second time watching it?
second time. Yeah,
Okay.
like last week I saw it. I know it downloaded about 2 weeks ago on Disney Plus.
Yeah, you better than
And
me,
one night
bro.
I was in bed. I want to see that Hercules thing. See, cause the suit looked good to me in the in the theater. But I want to see how it actually looked. I was able to
Mhm.
pause it, look at it, rewind that kind of stuff.
And
It's comic book accurate.
okay. Okay.
This weekend,
Interesting.
though, also referenced Knights of the Old Republic. Shit, I just don't have no desire to see this. Now
You
look
know
the
what I
way
mean?
the way Chris's work schedule. I don't know if there's going to be an Andor roundtable because I know I'm not doing it, and I'm pretty sure Hanzo not doing it. So
Oh no, definitely
unless one of
not.
y'all do it, there will be no.
Definitely not doing that. Nope. I mean, you guys are probably tired of me coming on these shows and trashing these shows
Mm-hmm.
anyways, right? Because that's all I've been doing and trashing this, trashing She-Hulk. But at least She-Hulk, I mean, is a little bit more entertaining for me. Andor just it's just not Star
It's
Wars
starting
for
to
me. It's just
evolve into something watchable.
but Andor is just not Star Wars to me. It just doesn't feel like it.
She just said, go to Ollie's. They have a bunch of discount Star Wars and comic trade pair. They do. We got Ollie's in two towns on the east and west of me. So you're right on that.
Mm.
Um, she said, at least they did the last time I was there. They usually do. A lot of times you go to the Goodwill stores too. They have a lot of comic books too.
Mm-hmm.
G Major said, rather watch Party Thor in What If. No,
Facts.
no. Party Thor and What If was pissing me off. But I will say I was on Storm Live last week, and that I heard a theory on there that I really hope is true. If it's true, then Kevin Feige will be deemed the super genius again.
Which one?
There's a rumor going out there that this whole season is just a different multiverse, and that's why it's not matched up. That's why it's not making sense, and then they're going to reveal that in the Secret Invasion. That the whole Phase 4 is in our universe. That's why some of the stuff ain't making sense and it ain't matching up because it's a totally different universe. And if that's the case, I will say he is a super genius.
Where did you hear that rumor?
Like I said, I heard it on the show. That I don't have any
Oh,
concrete.
oh, do you know who said it though? That's what
Rob
I'm
said
saying.
it.
Oh, Rob said it. Oh,
Yeah, but he's been
mm,
hearing a theory. I'm not sure where he got it from or where he heard it from. But he watched some other YouTubers that I don't watch, so I don't know whether it was somebody credible, somebody not
that's
credible.
that
But
theory sounds like the pictures that someone sent. You know what I mean?
that person says it's from a credible source, so I'm
Yeah,
going
and,
with it.
and this person said it was from a credible source too, right?
No, he didn't say that.
Oh, okay, okay,
I'm saying I don't with Rob's. I don't know if the source is credible. With the
okay.
other
I got you.
person, he told me the source was credible, and I
Oh
believe
yeah,
that
yeah.
person until otherwise.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Me too.
yeah,
Me too.
yeah.
Me too.
But Rob said he just heard it, and he didn't tell me what the source was. But he
Mm.
said, "Man, if that's right, if that is true, and this whole um phase is another dimension from a different perspective, man, I think that'd be fire because then Phase 5 could correct all those crazy mistakes, or I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, but for me, I'm just like, okay, well, if that's the case, then they still had to stop snap. Tony Stark is still dead. You know what I mean? So it's even though it's a different universe,
Maybe they'll change it with the Secret Invasion. I mean, we don't know. Maybe they'll say that it was a scroll that was Tony Stark's in Secret in game. I mean, I don't know how
yeah, I hope,
deep, how far back the Secret Invasion is going to go.
yeah, I hope they don't do that though. I hope they don't. I don't hope they don't say that the Tony Stark that died was a scroll. I really hope they don't do that. That would be annoying.
But it's kind of like how they did in Spider Man. We thought it was Nick Fury, and it ended up being two scrolls. Him and his assistant.
Hmm. Yeah, but
It's like
but
really,
Nick Fury was alive though. Now you're
yeah.
saying that the real Tony Stark is alive and it was a stroll. Then to me, you take away
You'd have to
from
explain where the hell he was at.
right,
The
and it
scroll
also
took his
takes
place.
away
Where
from
is
that
he at?
death to me. You know what I mean? Because like that was an emotional death. Like shit, they killed Tony Stark, and then movies down the line, no, Tony Stark's not dead, guys. That was a scroll that died. I'm like, what?
Mm,
I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't
mm.
like that.
Gus Webb say, "Have you watched Hocus Pocus?" I have, bro. I give it 2 thumbs up.
Same people.
Yep, it was
Yeah,
Sarah Jessica Parker,
Bette Midler.
Beth Miller. I can't think of the other lady's name.
Have you been watching Stargirl yet?
I haven't. I watched one episode. I think. Is it
I
good?
think yeah, I watched. I only watched episode one, and then that was it. I haven't watched it
Or maybe I
yet.
watched episodes to catch up. I didn't watch all of the last year's either, so
Oh, you didn't finish last year's?
I didn't.
Oh, sure. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I watched one episode. I'll try and catch up on that too as well. And I want to watch the Quantum Leap stuff. I haven't watched that yet.
What's up, Mara?
Yeah, Mara, how you doing? Happy belated birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Miss Kitty. Happy birthday, Miss Kitty. Oh boy, I'm telling you, what you gonna do rest of the night, bro?
Nothing, just chilling out with the wifey drinking.
Mm. There's a new season of Stargirl. What season are they on? This is season 3.
Season three.
Yep.
Season three. Starts off pretty good. Starman is back, and he kind of looks like he wants the staff, and she don't want to give it up. So I think they're gonna play with that a bit. But they made a deal that when she's not Stargirl, he can be Starman. So we'll see how
Mm.
that works. I think there's something fishy about him though.
Yeah, he probably ain't who he say he is.
All right.
New Planet of the Apes in the works. I'm not a big fan of Planet of the Apes, so
Oh, I hope.
I
I
really don't
well,
care. These are dead now, so
it depends, right? It depends. Are they rebooting it or are they just doing it? Because let's say now they do a new one, but it's more closer to the Charlton Heston one, right? Where
I
it
definitely don't
actually
want to see that shit.
no, because it looked to me like they were kind of leading in that direction when they were doing the three that they were doing, right? Supposedly
Um,
it's supposed to be in that same world, so I don't know. It'll be
I
interesting.
don't like that.
Well, obviously
And
they're
that
gonna
yeah,
update
the
it though,
brown
Danny.
apes and the black apes and all that kind of shit. They looking
Yeah,
all
they're gonna
cool.
update. They're gonna update it, Danny. It's not gonna be like it was back in the day. They're gonna update it, make it more to. Did you like those movies?
They were okay, but Caesar dead now. So who they gonna replace Caesar with?
His son. He
I
has a
bet
son
you.
that's still
I
alive.
bet your son weak as fuck.
It's interesting. I definitely like them. I thought the first three were really good. Last one wasn't so good to me. The third one wasn't that great, but the first two I really enjoyed those movies. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing another one, as long as they
I'm
do it
getting
right.
closer to Black Adam. I'm gonna do a video to release Monday since I missed Thursday and Friday because it's daggone weather. But I
Well, Black
plan on.
Adam's starting soon next month, right?
No, it's already October. It'll be in a couple weeks.
Oh shit. Okay. Black Adam's coming out in a couple of weeks.
I
There you go.
want to think. I want to think the 13th, if I am mistaken.
Mm,
When does Black Adam come out?
shit.
When does the Black Adam movie release? I want to think it's the 13th.
Hmm.
One sec.
Interesting.
Here's what I found from Wikipedia.
October
Black Adam is
21st.
scheduled to be released in the United States on October.
Okay.
So that's 20 days from now.
All right.
Yeah, it's the third Friday of the month.
All right. Okay. That's gonna be interesting.
Shit says a continuation. You might get a trailer for Wakanda Forever because ticks might go on sale Monday. I don't want to
Hmm.
see no more. They don't show me enough now. We already know that Namor is going to be as the first mutant, so to speak, in the MCU. I guess
Mm-hmm.
if you count Marvel Girl, I guess he's the second that we know of.
Right.
So I don't want to see any more Wakanda. I want to be totally surprised and shocked when I see stuff. I don't want to reveal nothing too revealing or too in depth about the movie
Mm-hmm.
because I did a video kind of about on response to what Chillmark was saying about replacing or recasting T'Challa, and but I think I read an article something. I think he had an article on there last week. He was saying, or somebody had it. I'm not sure if it's Chillmark, but they're recasting, like they're gonna be recasting General Ross. I'm like, why are they
I heard
recasting
that.
him? Because he's not General Ross is not a biggest. I don't. I think it's just some kind of what's the word I want to use? Chad Boseman just pulled on people's heartstrings, I think, and tug on it. And I think his death was so unexpected because he died so young that it just seemed like the right thing to do at that particular time. But like I said in my video, I'm sure Chad Boseman had a discussion with Kugler and Feige where he knew that there was no hope and that he was going to die of this, succumb to this disease. And we don't know what that decision is. We don't know what that conversation is. So
Mm-hmm.
until they come out and say it, I'm gonna whatever they agree to, I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna get all bent out of shape because at the end of the day, we don't own it. We would like to think we got input on what they're gonna do, but if you don't own something, you don't. Whoever owns it gonna do what they want to do. So I have no problem with that.
Listen, man, I'm always on the side of recast T'Challa, but at the end of the day, right? I'm not going to sit there and make a bunch of videos and cry that they didn't do it. It is what it is, you know. I'll watch it, and if I don't like the movie, then I don't like it. But
Yeah, just beating a dead horse is kind of crazy.
over and over again, yeah,
G Major said a trailer might be Sunday night. Are you speculating? Or
brother.
are you getting information about that? Because you gonna make me watch Sunday Night Football, and I usually don't watch Sunday Night Football. I be trying to watch House of the Dragon. But if it's gonna be on there, then I might tune in to Sunday Night Football. That might be the game of the week too. If I ain't mistaken, who plays the Sunday night game? I think the Bucks and the Chiefs, if I ain't mistaken. Let me look that up. Sunday night game will be the Bucks and the Chiefs playing the Sunday night game. That's probably the game of the week. Information you get. Okay. Hope your information is good.
Guess what, Donnie?
Yes, sir. What?
Hmm?
What?
We got one. We got another one for Wednesday.
What? Oh, hell.
We got another one for Wednesday.
Let me guess. It's cop bashing 101.
Facts, 100%. And this thing happened last year, but the body cam footage
Oh my
just
God,
came out.
last year? Really?
No, but the body cam footage just came out, and I don't remember hearing about this story last year at all. But when I seen the body cam footage, I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "Damn!"
I gotta find a way not to be on that show Wednesday.
Like, damn, you motherfuckers! And then after it was done, well, we'll talk about it on Wednesday. It's interesting, very interesting. I'll send you the link if you want to watch it and see what I'm saying. But yeah, it's fucked up.
Well, we've been on here 90 minutes, people. It was a good show. A little later than
Absolutely.
usual. I want to thank everybody that came in, especially G Major, Tuckerverse. Appreciate you for coming by, sir. Roadblock, thank you for dropping by. Mara Kitty, thank you. Shifty, as always, we appreciate it, brother. I saw somebody. Gus Webb, thank you. And everyone that came in, man, shared some time with us, we appreciate it.
Always
G
a
Major
pleasure.
said they either said Sunday Night Football, Good Morning America, or Monday Night Football. It's Good Morning America. I definitely won't watch it. I'll be at work. Monday Night Football is a possibility, but we shall see.
What's he asking?
They posted a show
Oh,
for
the
Wakanda
trailer.
Forever.
Oh,
For Wakanda Forever. I'll probably just wait till it drop on YouTube and then watch it there. That's usually how I watch my stuff.
yeah, but even if it drops on that, like 2 minutes later, it'll be online. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like what we used to have to do back in the day, where it's like, oh, the trailer's coming out at 9 o'clock, and you sit in front of your TV and you watch every damn commercial until the trailer came out.
They make sure it's damn near last.
Yep, yep. Get you to watch the whole show because they know what
Did
you're
y'all
in for.
watch Jeffrey Dahmer story on Netflix? I haven't
Yes,
watched
I
it, but
did.
my friends have told me that it is crazy.
Yes, I did. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, how he killed a 14-year-old boy and then he put him in positions and put holes in the body and screw him. Yeah, he was a sick puppy.
You see, I after watching it, I did a little research and I went on YouTube to see some of the trial stuff, right? And hear him talk. And I don't. At first, I was like Evan Peters. He did a great job, but then after watching it, I don't like the way he portrayed him. I don't like the way he portrayed him because that's not how. That's not how Jeffrey Dahmer's demeanor was. Like, you know what I mean? From what at least from what the interviews I watched, and I'm just like, yeah, I think that's a bad portrayal. I don't like it anymore. But the show itself is it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. That guy's getting a lot of publicity, man. A lot of good. He getting a lot of good. Get a lot of good scripts and stuff coming his way.
Who?
He's the
Oh,
guy that,
Evan Peters. Yeah.
yeah, he seems to be
hmm
on the Golden Boy trek in
hmm
Hollywood.
hmm hmm Yeah. Yeah. And this movie is probably going to be one of those ones that they're going to talk about as Oscar. They're definitely going to talk about it as like an Oscar nomination for it.
Who is Ono? Do you mean Anzo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who Ono is.
What
Uh,
do you agree with me on though? The portrayal of him the way he is, because I don't know. It's just they tried to make him seem a lot more creepier in the show. And when you watch the videos and stuff, he's not like they. Everybody says, "Oh, he was kind of charming and he knew how to talk and this and that." But in this, he seems kind of weird. It's kind of like what they did with the Blind Side with the football player.
uh-huh.
It's kind of like what they did with him.
He said yes. He agreed with you on that.
Yeah.
Shifty said Jeremy Renner, Hawkeye, did a movie about him years back. I don't know. I never saw that.
Well, I heard there was a lot. I never seen either, but I heard there was like a lot of stories of this, and the family isn't happy with it because they're tired of reliving it over and over again.
Yeah,
And
we're gonna move to a different planet because he's gonna be in the mainstream for a minute. I think he's
oh
just so
yeah,
fascinating.
oh yeah, absolutely. And they took one of the family members their court scene. Like I think they did verbatim, word for word, and yeah, she was not happy with that.
Mm,
She was not happy, you know. So
might have to check that out. But I am Danny AK Comic Chat. You can find me on this channel, usually on Saturdays on my channel, Comic Chat, doing this show. Tomorrow you'll find me on Chaos Central. We'll be doing, I think, episode 8, I think it is, of She-Hulk.
hmm
2 more episodes, thank God.
you know,
Then next week we'll be back on the Chaos Central channel Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights, all at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with myself, Anzo, and Chris. I got, I think, 12. Last time I count, 12 or either 14 would you rather to do. I got them typed up,
nice,
sitting in my printer in my office. So all I got to do is just grab and go. But
nice.
just said Jeffrey never acted like that in his life.
Yeah,
He
no, he
really,
didn't.
really
No, he didn't.
I don't know. I never followed it too much, so I can't say yeah and nay on that.
To be honest with you, neither did I until I watched the show. But I was just like, I was watching it and I'm like, yeah, he's kind of creepy and stuff. And I'm like, and at first I was like, yo, he's portraying him really good, like creepy stuff. Then I said, let me check out the court case and the interview that he did, which I seen on YouTube. I was like, okay, no, that's not. He doesn't. He doesn't go like that.
No.
So,
Well, thank y'all for joining us, man. We appreciate it. Like I
thank you
said, we
guys.
covered several articles, good articles, I believe. So we can try and be back again next week, same time. Well, different time, hopefully earlier next week. And hopefully Chris and Roberto will be able to join us.
Hmm?
But like I said, catch us tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will be doing the She-Hulk Roundtable. And until then, take it easy.
Peace.
Peace.